God is the pillar of your life. God is everything you need to make your life a success and to arrive in the light. God is the truth and the way, love and freedom, life and the goal. You as a human being are woven into this divinity, invisibly embedded, so that you do not have to suffer from lack, but can bathe in abundance. This is a topic that literally tends to tie knots in people's minds, especially those who haven't yet allowed themselves to open up to new horizons. As expected, as you advance in love and fraternity, you can then dive into what are called mysteries. There will be a fusion of metaphysics with quantum physics in such a way that you will be drawn into a simple multidimensionality where the most hardened ideas about life and multi-reality are broken. Understanding the world as it is, always seeking a higher perspective on things, without necessarily being in ignorant inertia and passivity, is the future reality, because spontaneously, changes are happening for the better since you are walking towards the best of yourselves, and it could not be any different. And truly, what is currently happening on Earth and spreading in darkness is due to the fact that foreign leaders with wounded hearts and unresolved inner conflicts have gained earthly power, making this world a place of peace, harmony, and unity, or making the world a place of hatred, discord, or separation, is the choice that is given to a person when he or she rises to positions of responsibility. This choice was made by many of today's actors in favor of division and decided in the interests of destructive retention of power. The results are becoming very clear. Everything that is healthy, wholesome, nourishing, fulfilling, and makes people's hearts happy is being sabotaged on all levels. In return, everything is being provided to alienate people from themselves, to remove them from their inner compass, and to block the connection to their own soul. This is the current status of a world dedicated to ascension and the status of humanity, which is in the midst of the process of elevation. So how can both exist side by side? How is it possible that the bad, the evil, lives next door to the good and the light? How can the ascension that is being talked about in many places be achieved when the world seems to be moving closer to an abyss with each passing day? I tell you, this is precisely why it is possible and precisely why it can happen. Because all the infamy that comes from certain entities is the sign that world-shattering changes are underway, the signal that people are rising up in an act of mastery. Naturally, the planetary field, in its old structure rooted in solid models regarding the dictatorship of rigid, archaic, and oppressive standards, collapses as a positive quantum field envelops the entire planet as a result of a multidimensional fusion. Yes, your higher selves are projecting from the subtler realms into the physical environment in a way that causes old controlled structures, by those who know very well what we speak of, to tremble. The ruling elites have the knowledge that has been denied to you, the knowledge of multidimensionality and the ability to travel through time, just as you can watch a movie on TV and fast forward or rewind as many times as you want. Until a direct intervention from the angelic realm quelled the movement, clogging the multidimensional tunnels through which they were passing in an attempt to change the final reality of the war. To talk about multidimensionality to you, with your still limited understanding, is difficult if you keep your rationality active in the current paradigm. Trying to understand through this means, this planetary and cosmic event of the awakening of humanity requires the interaction of heaven and earth, of angelic powers and angelic thrones, of the ascended masters, and of you humans, of you people who are ready to oppose the forces of cold light by responding to their actions peacefully yet decisively. Your confident no can be heard throughout creation. It lets the rulers of the cold light know what they have let themselves in for and what is now in store for them. You have become active with full commitment, often of your life. You have taken destiny into your own hands and started to pave the way for light, peace, and unity for all people. Because that is what is needed at this turning point. Determined, courageous, and fear-free people who recognize in the bleak future prospects of a new world order the opportunity for their own growth and perceive therein the chance for the liberation of all humanity. Where are you going, man? Today, everything is subject to this dynamic. Every decision bears the stamp of your chosen destiny. Nothing is left to chance or arbitrariness. Opportunities are offered, light illuminates the darkness, and clarity is given. Now all it needs is you and a single decision. Where are you going, human? Into the light of the love of God? Or do you feel so attracted to the games of the old days that you do not want to miss these experiences or regret missed adventures? What have you already lived and what do you still want to experience? Everything is decided based on your choice. This is the point where all people find themselves today and from which they are directed towards their self-chosen future. When there is understanding through this heart field, your brain is unlocked in this regard, and comprehension becomes easier through mental intellect. Thus, understanding multidimensionality is to allow your soul to flow through the energies that bathe the entire cosmos without the lower thinking mind, affiliated with three-dimensionality, blocking cosmic reasoning, which only flows with the energetic dance of the toroidal. There is an intimate connection between your heart's toroidal and the pineal gland, and it's this connection that opens the multidimensional field for a more expansive understanding, even if you are in a lower dimension. In a simple analogy, in the multidimensional field, it's as if you were a tree with roots, trunk, and crown, feeding off the minerals of the earth and the solar light. You, like this tree, have a crown bustling with leaves and fruits, and each of these leaves and fruits is a fragment of you. Each of these leaves and fruits is having an experience, yet intimately connected to the life center or nucleus. Each of these leaves and fruits, with the blowing of the winds, has its own dance, its own characteristics, its own energy signature. But even though they are in the same life nucleus, they preserve their individual characteristics and personality. Because no leaf or fruit, no matter how apparently identical, will ever be 100% the same.